Hello everybody, today I have got a legendary Gen 4OU battle between Philip7086 and panamaxis of West and Oceania respectively. If Phil wins this, then West are going to the semis against US East, and if Pana wins this, then the series is tied and it goes to a tiebreaker. With me today I have two guests. Introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
I'm Jirachee.
Hi, my name is Roscoe.
Alright. So, if IFM and Stath are ready, I know they're doing this game as well. Then we get the lead matchup. We see Frostlass against Hippo. So, Pana might be bringing stall, and Phil is clearly going with balls out offense. Any comments on that?
Hey, well, Panamaxis has the easiest Stellar Rock of all time.
It does.
Not that easy right now, though.
Well, because nothing kills Hippo, and if Frostlass wastes a turn taunting, then it gets Earthquake twice. And unless Phil uses Destiny Bond, then he's only going to get one layer of spikes up.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's all there is to be said. Unless you think this Frostlass is going to use Trick with a Choice Scarf attached.
Oh, that's so rare. Though.
That would be. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he has that.
That would be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I would just switch. It's too risky against this. I mean, he's gonna get a Stealth Rocks up either way.
Yeah, he's gonna, especially because these offensive teams have Frostlasses on. Like half of them get walled by Hippo, so even if he doesn't get them now, he's getting them later.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably like a mixed knife anyway, or something that just lures in Hippo.
So,
they were still waiting.
So, spikes go up, Earthquake. So, Phil's not wasting any time.
Destiny Bond here.
He can Destiny Bond.
Or he could lay another spike. Yeah. I mean, he could do anything here, really.
Yeah.
I think...
Go ahead.
I mean, yeah.
Taunt, so now Hippo has a full taunt, and Phil has his layer of spikes up, and he has all the momentum. So Swampert comes in, and rocks are going up,
and
folks.
he's gonna stealth rock.
He's got the early hazard advantage.
Team Panamaxis.
Here comes Celebi.
Yeah, it looks like he's running some stall, man.
So he could be running either a standard defensive perk, or it's sort of like that he's running a more offensive set with like Ice Beam and such. Baton Pass from Celebi. Usually they use U-turn, and that's a good scouting thing, especially because it escapes from Pursuit Tyranitar and Scizor. But it also could be indicative of him passing a boost of some sort.
Or sub.
This should be... Yeah, or sub. This should be the Mixed Knight right here.
Yep.
Mixed Knight, unless this is Banded Dragonite, then he's just not breaking through it. Oh, man.
Oh, what? Okay, it is Choice Banded most
likely. That might be Choice Band.
Yeah.
It may be Choice Banded.
Has to be.
That's why you use Waterfall.
Yeah.
Could've flinched.
How much damage would it? I know it doesn't kill, though.
It doesn't kill, but it does so much.
It probably does like 60 or 65.
Yeah.
Depends if the Hippo is the death or...
It's like... I think it's, Aquatil is what, 90?
Yep.
So it's exactly as strong as Outrage, yeah. So... Like,
Phil has the advantage now.
It could be DD Aquatail, but just Bandit is more likely. And he can slide off here.
Yeah, most likely Choice Bandit.
Oh, that's Predicts. But it didn't work out since Hippo's just Ice Fang. And I guess he was content with letting Hippo get weakened if it meant he could take out the D-Knight. And we see Scizor, and Ice Fang is big there because that says it doesn't have Roar. So if this is bulky SD, as the leftovers would indicate, and he can just SD Roost all day on it.
Yeah.
True, but most likely he's got like a heat train in the wings.
Yeah. Or if he's running stall, then something like Scarm, and with Rocks up,
or Scarm.
With Rocks up in a full health Hippo, then he would be in trouble. Oh,
okay.
Pana's predicting the double.
Oh.
And that could also indicate that he isn't super confident about Dragonite, because if he let it come in for free, then he would be in big trouble. And he is also not super safe against Tentacruel.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Okay.
That's really weak to that Scizor.
Yeah, he's really weak to that Scizor. There's no Skarmory here.
if there's rocks and spikes up, as I don't think this Tentacruel is going to spin now since it dies to him, and there's probably a ghost ready to revenge kill it, if not a faster Pokemon. Not to mention it dies anyway, so.
And or Dragonite Beast.
Yeah, that too. Here comes Jirachee. And
yeah, Tentacruel's not spinning today.
Unless it's max speed Tentacruel, which it could be, and that's not Scarf Jirachi, which is possible, but we'll see. I don't.
What set is that Jirachi? Is that an eval?
Yeah, Jirachi didn't get leftovers just now.
So it's either
is it like Shuka or Alka or Jirachi?
Oh yeah, we're playing
Scarf or eval, yeah. It could also be like Calm Mind with Shuka Berry, but I don't think that set is very good because the point of Shuka is to survive Flygon, and you can't even OHKO Flygon.
Well,
so.
it could be Alka with
Akka too, yeah.
Or Scarf Tran.
So
yeah, I think it's probably the Sugarachi though, most likely.
Yeah, if it is any sort of Jirachi, it needs Grass Knot because otherwise that team really struggles against Hippo. Like if Pana's Hippo had Roar, then Phil would be in major shit right now.
Yeah, or it might be that fucking Jirachi, that fucking Grass Knot, HP Ground.
Yeah.
I think it might be that one.
Either way, if the Tentacruel is max speed, then I don't think Panda has any choice either way but to stay in, and even if he doesn't spin, then at least he'll scout. So I don't think we overlook the possibility of this being Obi stall, but I don't think so because then he would have switched Skarm into the Scizor. So
yeah, for sure.
And if not, then something is wrong.
Plus, I don't think Pana would just like say, you know what, I'm using Obi Stall today. That just seems off.
That wouldn't be a good idea.
I mean, August used it last year.
Yeah, but he updated it. He took the Tentacruel and he made it into a Starmie like an intelligent person. Like, the Tentacruel's not bad, I just don't think it's very good.
don't you use that's the it's really bad. I mean, it's not the best.
Okay for offensive teams.
There's max speed, there's spin,
there's the
Rip
spin
Hazard.
and Thunderbolt. So yeah, this might. I think this is. Man, I mean, it could go either way. It's either Expert Belt or the CM set. But I think if it was the CM set that he would have most likely used Psychic, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think it's definitely the Expert Belt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and that makes, also with Thunderbolt, if it is Expert Belt, then that makes it less likely that it has Grass Knot, because they both hit waters, and the only thing you really lose on, assuming you have a fire move, is Skarm, and I guess Gara, if you don't have T-Bolt, so.
Hopefully he does have Grass Knot. If not, Hippo's like a huge issue.
Especially since the last. Last is probably...
his last too.
His last is probably like a Scarf Rotom, too. Or, not a Scarf... Well, yeah, Scarf Rotom, because...
It's a Scarf Rotom.
His team is slow-ish, and it needs the spin blocker, so here comes Zapdos.
It could be a
shit.
That's scary.
I mean, this is a threat.
I mean, even though at least Phil gets his rocks back up now, since spikes aren't super crucial, but I feel like if you're going to go to the trouble of letting Frostlass die to get him up, then you should probably try harder to keep him up.
Yeah.
And I guess he gets him back here because HP Grass Zapdos is really dumb. Because, like, you can kill Swampert and then you get walled by a Gliscor of all things, which is really stupid. And, like, not being able to OHKO things like Flygon and Dragonite just sucks.
Yeah, that's
Here's Pert.
See what he's gonna do. Okay, of course.
Heat Wave. So I guess he's not really concerned about switching into Swampert, since he does have Celebi. And... You know, we still don't know what kind of Celebi. For all we know, that Celebi is passing Swords Dance. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Like,
that makes sense.
I think he's definitely passing some sort of boost.
I think it's probably sub-pass to, like, Zapdos or something.
Yeah, that's what I was going
to say. That would be a good idea.
That's some of the Zapdos.
And as for his last, it could be anything.
Since it has Heat Wave, like, it probably doesn't have Sud itself.
Yeah, it's probably 3-attack Roost then.
Yeah. I like that actually.
I mean,
I think that's the best one. It's just simple. You get your coverage and you have your Roost. The only thing, like, it would be cool if Celebi like nasty plotted and Baton passed that to an Agility Zapdos, but I don't think this has Agility because Thunderbolt and Heat Wave as your coverage is kind of not good.
Yeah, usually, that's ass coverage. You would have to switch out right now.
I think you just definitely want the standard Volt Beam sort of stuff.
And I mean, if this Zapdos should not have HP grass.
I guess still
Definitely should not
scouting
have
for
HP
it.
grass.
Oh, he went
Yeah.
again.
Oh,
He actually stayed in. Wow.
he stayed in. So I mean, maybe he predicted the switch, or he's going to get damaged. I mean, I don't know why you want to get damaged when he did 16. Basically 10%.
I guess he predicted the switch like
Percentage of the switch because he's scouting for HP grass.
Yeah, and I guess another thing is that even if Swampert stays in, Ice Beam isn't really going to hurt it that much. So, like, it's
Right.
not the end of the world. So, he had a lot of reward, potentially, and not a hell of a lot of risk.
Because, like, if he stayed in, he was just gonna rock anyway.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, Smogchores right now is saying that he was fishing for a burn, but that's fucking stupid. And
Yeah, I
Yeah.
doubt that. I mean, he was pretty much in a good situation. I mean, Swampert's gonna rock anyway, so.
I guess,
I mean, Ice Beam does shit.
I mean, he can't really stay in, but, like, for a couple turns, he'd be safe. And it's not like even if he goes to Pert, then he's immediately, or if he's going to Celebi on Pert, that he's immediately threatening things. So, you know, you may as well see what's going on. And, I mean, the payoff was huge. Now Rotom is really, really crippled.
Yeah, it can't even.
Yeah, and
switch
I'm
like,
not-
like Thunderbolt.
And I mean, if this thing has HP Ice, which we're assuming it does, I mean, looking pretty bleak for Phil right now.
Oh, nice
Oh.
move.
Oh.
That was cool, because I guess he expected the switch back to Swampert, but Phil cripples Hippo, and that's really, really big for Dragonite.
Yeah.
And it sucks that, I guess he didn't want Zapdos to get weakened with Rocks Up and the +2 threat of Bug Bite and U-Turn. Since usually you assume Bug Bite, not U-Turn. But with Zapdos having Heat Wave, then that's a really surefire Scizor counter, so he's going to have to keep that, he's going to have to get that out of the way. And it starts by getting the Rocks Up, like he is going to right now. I mean, he could even go to Celebi, or go for Shadow Ball expecting Celebi, because
Right.
the Swampert switch is really, really obvious right now. But then again, Panda can go to Zapdos for, I guess...
Panda has more options.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options to go to, and that's always the position you want to be in, if possible.
Phil just made a really good play, though.
Yeah, that was
A
great.
really risky one, too.
Like, everyone is predicting Panda to win this battle because he just doesn't lose very often. But,
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's
people
true.
forget, Phil was top 5 in his day. He's still got it.
Yeah, like,
A lot of them were.
I
really
wouldn't have done
bad.
that. I probably would have switched.
I, like, oh wow, he whispered.
All
That's
right.
cool.
Okay.
That is definitely crippled. I guess that also cripples the switch back to Zapdos, so that was another nice move on Phil's end.
Yeah.
It doesn't do a hell of a lot to Celebi, but I guess he's foregoing Hydro Pump and using Will-O-Wisp to cripple it, which also cripples things like Scizor and Lucario that Hydro Pump can't quite do. Although Rotom should
And
be...
it cripples Tyranitar.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. So,
So a question here: Will we see the last two?
I think so.
At least one.
I don't think that Phil has is at such a disadvantage that he's not even going to bring out... Not even going to force out at least one of the last two with Hippo.
Yeah,
So
I think he's
I
in,
mean,
he's in a pretty
Dragonite
fine
is-
position.
I mean, once
Dragonite
the
just
Jirachi gets in, if he's got the rocks up, then Panda's in trouble, especially with the burn Scarf Hippo.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing to say, isn't it? Burn Scarf Hippo.
Burn Scarf Hippo. Whatever will we do?
There's Celebi. There's Shadow Ball.
Oh, that's
God.
good.
He's getting critically
Fine.
left
Nice
and right.
move on Phil's end. So, the thing about
Even though Shadow Ball is a bit obvious, I really wonder what his last two are now. Because he
They're
does
psychic.
not have a resist to that.
No, Celebi is so fast. Wow.
so he's
That's
faster.
a fast Celebi.
He's faster
And
than
bulky.
298, and Phil's got the free switch, but he's got the crippled Celebi, and that's good, especially if his Pert is an offensive set, which means one Ice Beam and that Celebi is dead.
Yeah.
Whereas a more defensive set, it could switch in. But thing about Celebi and its hidden power, I guess I really doubt it has Psychic Baton Pass and Hidden Power Ice, because that just sounds ridiculous. It's also kind of ridiculous for it to have HP Fire, I think. But that's why he goes to Scizor. But he either gets walled by Scizor or gets walled by Dragonite.
Yeah, and that Zapdos is a huge problem right now.
Yeah, like he's got
I'm not really. He needs to get rocks up for sure.
And he, there's Baton
Okay.
Pass, and here comes U-Turn, so Phil's getting momentum back. I mean, Panda was looking really good there for a few turns, but,
Yeah, I'm not really
Phil
sure
fought
why.
back.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
Percy
Phil
should be
played
coming out
pretty
right
well.
now. Yeah.
with the Rotom.
Yeah. Here comes Swampert.
I would say Pert, yeah. I mean, he's gotta get Stellar Rocks back up.
I mean, if he's got Celebi, which is baton passing, just let's assume Calm Mind or Nasty Plot, then I would assume he's not terribly worried about Swampert, especially since he's got Tentacruel for T-Spike. So he's assuming, I'm just gonna go with standard HP Ice since that's what, that's the best coverage. And
I thought Nasty Plot Celebi was until like 5th gen.
No, it just got released really
Like,
late and forth. Like no one ever uses it because it doesn't really sweep very well.
Yeah, that coverage, you're not killing shit.
If he has HP Grass, this is going to be really tough. But it's just the fact is, HP Grass Zapdos is not that good. If it really was good, then people would not slap Swampert onto their teams and say, "I'm good against Zapdos now." But they do, and I mean, unless people want to start letting me wall Zapdos with Gliscor, that would be totally okay.
That would be great.
I would love that. So rocks go up here, and the thing is, now Phil's the one with a lot of options because
Celebi can come in, he can Ice Beam and kill.
Yeah, and it's not even like that would be a prediction. Like he would be knocking Zapdos backwards and hitting Celebi.
And
I mean,
stay
a lot of choices.
Yeah, and I would
doesn't have a pass move.
Yeah, that's also a good assumption because Celebi with only its stab moves is not.
Yeah, because
really
it's gonna have Psychic Baton Pass. I mean, Recover is an option also.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. It might not have a Grass.
I think we can assume that Hannah's last two do not handle Swampert super well. So
I think that he might have a Scarfar or an Aerodactyl as one of his last two.
Arrow is a really good guess, and then something like. Well, what does he struggle with? Like, he doesn't have a steal, and I guess that's not required for all teams, but it could also mean something like Scarf Jirachi to clean up.
Yeah.
Or Scarf Tran if he wants a fire, because, you know...
I'm not sure if it would be a Tran, though, because he switched the Celebi into the obvious Shadow Ball.
Yeah, that's
So it might
true.
not be a resisting of Ghost. It's going to be, I think it might be like a Jirachi or something.
Jirachi makes sense, for sure. And he also doesn't do super well. I guess Hippo does well against setup, like DD Tar and DD Knight, but like Gara is just a huge issue, and it would be nice to have another way to handle it because this Celebi only has Psychic as an attack, and obviously doesn't like boosted Ice Fangs, and rocks go up, which is not hard with a slow team and Tenna as the spinner, and Zapdos doesn't love it either, especially if it's offensive. Not to mention, no matter what it is, just Stone Edge if it has it, then that's getting hit really hard. So he goes for rocks because he wants those, and those are important. And
very.
Yeah, so if he's a defensive set, it's not a bad idea to use Roar here at all. And if he's an offensive set, just throwing out an Ice Beam is also decent. I mean, he can, I suppose, go to Scizor risk-free because, like, Celebi's not using fire against it, and he gets more U-turns. And
he'll get advantage too, so
yeah,
it's a win situation going to Scizor, I would say.
And
Scizor's really good.
And there's Scizor.
And he does it.
There's Calm Mind.
Oh, there's the Calm Mind. Okay. Alright. So he must want to pass this to Zapdos, I guess, or whatever else that he has.
The thing is, now that
Phil's could have a Jirachi.
Now that Phil has gotten the rocks back up, then Zapdos doesn't really want to switch into U-turn. I mean, it really helps because Calm Mind means Ice Beam doesn't hurt it as much. But then again, he can't really hit it, even with HP Ice. He can't hit it super hard.
What does Zapdos do bad?
Yeah, like HP Ice doesn't do that much, and he can't roost off Earthquake.
And
that's scary.
Yeah, that's
The thing is,
I think he feels fine.
Yeah, because he's got CB Knight, and assuming CB Knight, and this Impoleon could have Shuka, which is, a set Pana endorsed many years ago, but CB Earthquake would still really, really hurt. Not to mention it could be superpower, although I kind of doubt it. And
yeah, so I'm thinking this is most likely an Agility 3 attack set.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure what you just said. It's most likely Shuka.
Like, there's no way it has sub. And the thing is, if Dragonite Ghost comes in, like, we saw Aqua Tail, so that means Outrage, Extreme Speed, Aqua Tail, for sure. So
I mean, it's either Earthquake, Superpower.
Here's Dragonite. And I was thinking, could he possibly not have Earthquake or Superpower, because Aqua Tail still does hit Heatran and T-Tar, but
you'd say there is a chance that it could be just be like Fire Punch.
Fire Punch, yeah, so he can hit Jirachi and Scarm. And in that case, I
don't think he'd go to it right now if that was the case.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, he's kind of
most
forced.
likely
If the worst,
yeah, he's forced to do it.
Yeah, like, I don't know if Scizor can live a +1. Yeah, I don't think it's living a +1. It's not living a +1 Hydro, for sure.
Not where it's not. Yeah, not after Stellar.
Yeah, like Surf, a very low chance if he's really bulked out, like Careful, almost max, but I don't think Hydro.
But he's gonna get fucking. Blasted if he does that shit in.
Like, I think Phil, if this is Shuka, and I assume it is, otherwise Panda would have moved by now. I guess the decision is between Agility and Ice Beaming, because if you Ice Beam straight away, then only Jirachee can Revenge Kill, which I guess is a reason to, well, I think Phil, if this is Shuka, he's losing a Mon either way, because if he Earthquakes and it is Shuka, assuming he has it, then he sacks something and then brings it back to E-Speed. Oh, there's Arrow.
So he's not. There's the Arrow.
There's Outrage.
Oh. Hey, that's a good move.
That's brutal. Oh, and another option. Well, I guess Zapdos takes it out now, but
yeah, Zapdos is gonna take it out. But that was a really good move.
That was an amazing move, especially because another possibility for Agility and Poleon's item is Whack and Berry, because that takes out Scarf Road and Revenge Killing unless you set up on Zapdos and such. So, I guess if he was, especially because Zapdos is really strong against most Celebi sets, so if he passes right to it, then he can Agility on it and just win. I guess Zapdos takes out Dragonite here, and, I mean, it still is a problem, but, wow, that Thunderbolt is strong.
Yeah, Zapdos is a threat.
Zapdos is kind of ridiculous. So,
I mean, let's see what he goes to here. I mean, looks like he's going to be Pert.
I think Pert, like, takes a kill here.
It pretty much does. Like, he's got to dance around that Impoleon, though. Like, he can just sack Hippo here almost definitely. And the Impoleon versus full health Swampert with Grass Knot is a roll. I think it's like 30-ish% to kill, a little over that. And the thing is, Arrow wasn't really useful, so even if he did get outraged like he did, then, you know, what's the big deal? And he gets to take Dragonite out of the equation for later, so that was actually a really good move on Panda's end either way. So, because, I mean, look at his team. There's Swampert, there's Scizor, Arrow's doing jack shit. And Phil, I guess, so we know it didn't have Earthquake. Or, I mean, there's no other explanation, because I guess he figured out he has to Earthquake, or Outrage, and just do as much damage as possible and try to finish it off with Bullet Punch. But luckily for him, then Panda realized, hey, if I sack Arrow, it's good no matter what. And, you know, why needlessly risk the Impoleon? So that was really, really smart.
Yeah, I think Phil's actually in a really good position right now. Besides the Impoleon.
Yeah, it's anyone's game. This is gonna be tight.
Yeah, he's got to get around that thing somehow. He's got to keep the Swampert really healthy though.
It depends on the Empoleon's set.
Oh yeah, that too.
He could play some
because if you're passing Calm Mind Boost to it, there's a chance that it could be max either.
He can also make things happen with the Scizor, since Zapdos doesn't want to switch into attacks with Rocks up and it being at 58%. Yep, there's Scizor. He almost definitely roosts here.
Yeah, and you definitely
he needs that healthy.
This one.
Yeah.
And that would be very easy to do.
Honestly, U-turn might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, U-turn would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, like, because there's no way Panda is just letting the Scizor do what it wants. And he wants Hippo for Death Fodder, you know, switching into Jirachee or whatever. So if he goes for the safe option of going to Impoleon here, then Phil can, instead of sacking something, turn it into a potential Jirachee kill.
Yeah, you know, U-turn is the good move right here, I think.
Like roosting isn't quote-unquote wrong, but it's like... U-turn...
Roost would be a very, very safe move.
Yeah, U-turning could just, like, really put a lot of pressure on Panda that he might not be able to get out of.
Because, like, if the Jirachee is speed up, which it really might be, it just, like, kind of wins,
Well...
Hey, this dude is good, man.
People sleep on Phil. But that was a nice move, especially because he can come in on Hippo Earthquake later. Not like Hippo is really threatening anything at this point, but you get the point.
Yeah.
And
it's Scarf Bird.
Scarf Bird Hippo. But wow. So Zapdos being sacked, I guess he doesn't mind it dying because there's HP Ice. I guess he was maybe trying to get off something on the Earthquake, but nope. 3-3 game, but it's in Impoleon City right now because...
And here, this is it right here.
If it's Shuka...
I think without Zapdos, then Phil doesn't really need Swampert is the thing.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it.
So, he can... I think Impoleon might have been better there. So he can, like, stay in and Earthquake, and... then Jirachee can
Jirachee
win.
comes
I
in.
think Jirachee wins the game.
Yeah, Jirachee can win the game.
Yeah, it does.
So, because
Jirachee and Scizor win the game.
You see an Earthquake here, and I guess you might risk putting it into Torrent or something, in which case Hydro might kill Jirachee, especially if it's minus to F Expert Belt. But, like, if it's Shuka, then it's not whacking, so it doesn't look feeble, and if it's whacking, it can't even agility here. So Jirachee would still straight up beat it because it's faster and has the T-Bolt twice. It gets the T-Bolt twice. Yep, there's...
yeah.
Oh, Roar, that's super safe. Alright, well, and now, unless he predicts Scizor, and, well, Scizor is at 48, so 36 after Rocks. I don't think, because we know it's bulky, that 2 Psychics would kill. So...
No.
No way.
Definitely not.
However, if he does force, I guess he could stay in and Roar again here. That would...
Yeah, because
if he goes to Scizor... Yeah, go ahead. If he goes to Scizor and U-turns... Or if he goes to Scizor and Impoleon comes in on it, then he can't, like, force it to take damage so it doesn't agility. And then Jirachee wouldn't be able to beat it. So you should just keep roaring around Swampert and get that same situation.
Definitely gotta get the Impoleon down because I'm pretty sure Torrent Hydro is killing. Rachi's gonna get smashed.
Yeah. There's the
you can hope that he goes into like something to Impoleon or something else, or hope that he roars in Impoleon.
Well, there's Roar. There's I think he might be sacking, so Swampert can't roar it anymore, and is forced to what's it called? Shuka Earthquake it into Torrent.
Yeah.
So I think that Phil, knowing that the Impoleon is Shuka, from how it agility,
he can just ice beat it.
Say it again? Well, that too, but I think he could go right to Jirachee.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how much Expert Belt T-Bolt does, but I mean, you don't think Jirachee does a hell of a lot with 299 special attack? Or 298 if it's fire? I don't think so, but you put Expert Belt in, and Impoleon is not that bulky. There's Ice Beam. So we're gonna see Hippo sack here. I think he's just gonna keep roaring. God, this is fucking intense.
Yeah, this is like the best game I've seen
in a long time. I know. So he's gonna roar again here, and then I think when Hippo dies, then he goes to Jirachee so he doesn't put it in Torrent. That's the play.
Man, this is a battle for the ages.
I know, right? And if Pana has been faking Shuka and has Whacken, then I just don't know what to say, and my mind is fucked.
You know, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm still thinking. I still kind of feel like
Jirachee, but I think Jirachee's gonna win the game.
Yeah, because I don't think that he has Shuka, man.
But even if he is whacking, then well, I don't know. I guess nope. Western going to the semis. Bill wins. So, God, that was a good fucking game.
Phil played that well.
It does have Grass Knot, so he wasn't Hippo weak.
Yeah, that was a good game.
So
Phil played really well.
That was really impressive. So Phil proves, even though he's old as fuck and works at PlayStation, he's still got it. So thank you to my two guests for being here with me today. Say goodbye, gentlemen.
Later, buddy.
Fuck you. And and I will catch you all later.